first-person shooter with actual accurate team composition or squad composition. Oh, that's very interesting. They actually use the map and cardinal direction to call out their contacts to other squads. So that's super cool. What's this guy doing?
What is he? Is everything okay there, buddy?
Get it together.
Your mouse is like, yeah, he's having an aneurysm there.
No, this is super cool. I mean, they're doing everything you would do in a real life situation, and the communication, from what I can hear, is key.
Moving from cover to cover. There should probably have an SOP for what that smoke means, maybe, or it's just concealment.
In real life, you use what you got as far as smoking. I could see that the different smoke means that it's a different team throwing it possibly here. I don't know.
I like how they're utilizing the foliage for concealment. Oh, I like the inter-squad comms with the guys. That's pretty cool. I like how the game actually has the weapon over to the side, like as if you're actually running with it rather than the first-person shooters sticking out all the time. That's really cool. Like even there, you're not shooting your buddy. You don't point the weapon to your buddy's back.
Contact front.
Calling out contact front. That's pretty rad.
Don't waste a lot on that techie.
Finally, somebody understands not wasting ammunition. I love it. Now, the speed at which you're advancing, I would question unless they absolutely know that nobody's there, because there's a lot of different places bad guys could be hiding. You just encountered somebody, so you're pushing up a bit quick there without proper communication or overwatch.
I'm marked.
So M4, full auto. So I never did that personally. As I said, I've only twice ever used my M4 at full auto in the military. So much for the whole conserving of ammunition.
We are hot. We're in the thick of it. All right, well, I don't know what's going on quite yet, but we're gonna check it out. So stay low, definitely wanna stay low. Some contact going on, nice little firefight. In that real life situation, I wouldn't be on top of that position. You do want the high ground. Try to find a little loophole somewhere that's in the building if all possible to take those shots. Yeah, because they're gonna be shooting overwhelming firepower overhead, so raising your head and trying to take an accurate shot like that, it's gonna be very difficult under fire. Excellent. Dang, that looked intense right there. That was great.
No, we're gonna have to get an FOB up on Crossroads Alpha. There's no way we're gonna be able to get on work camp right away.
Man, I love this communication. That's key, man. Everything, it's great. The communication between you guys is outstanding. Keep it up.
Oh, missed him barely. They got to.
Yes. And that goes back to what I said is a shoot and move. You know, in a heavy firefight, the last thing you want to do is stay stationary.
The communication is something that is going to help you out a lot playing more realistic shooters like this. Seems like these guys are pretty casual kind of players. Some things communication-wise, they could maybe be a little bit more straight and to the point about.
Squadron, if you could mark targets for me, that'd be awesome. Yeah. And super pinned.
What that guy's asking for is basically an ADRAC. They know they're taking contact. They need to know the direction, the range. You know, are they coming from north, northwest? Are they 200 meters? Are they 50 meters? Luckily, in video games like this, it kind of helps you out a lot with that. This does seem, you know, pretty realistic so far. I guess we'll kind of see as it goes on. It's very common in school infantry stuff where they're going to teach you how to call out that contact, basically what our other teammate there was asking for.
Yeah, so it's a M1A2 Abrams. As you see, it's a main battle tank that we use in the Army. A little bit thing about it, it's a 120mm gun. As you can see the back right there, it's also a generator on top too. Nice vehicle, ran by, see a nice jet engine in the back. So that's a pretty cool feature about this.
Like a jet? Oh, nice, like a high-end engine.
Yeah, Rolls-Royce actually makes the engine in this.
No kidding?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, right there you see the Crow system on top.
That's the remote control.
Yes, there's actually a remote control gun right there where a 50 cal sat in there. So it actually could be in auto mode or you could actually toggle it yourself and shoot it.
No kidding.
Yep. Wow. Some nice technology. Oh, right here, look, someone's driving it.
What's it like driving a tank, man?
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's cramped inside the tank, but it's like driving a motorcycle. It's a T-bar handle. They're turning, you gotta use your shoulders. So your shoulder muscles get real strong in there.
You've done all the positions in the tank, right? Now, you're
yes.
commander, but you've done all the different positions?
Yes, I have actually. The gunner right here is scanning for targets, and what he's doing is using his reticles, and he's looking right there, see his range right there on the bottom. Finding his target, entering its center mass, and he's firing it to destroy that target.
This is the main gun?
Yes, this is actually the main gunfire.
Constant rate of fire. This game's bad, dude.
I like the communication, the constant communication. If you're constantly communicating, you're gonna give yourself a lot of advantages.
Even the weapon is extremely accurate for as just like your rifleman. I mean, got your little aim point CCO on there, and it looks exactly like it is. You know, when you get it issued to you, you got your LA5 or your PEC 15 mounted on top with a low foregrip. It looks great.
Yeah. I imagine these guys probably practice together. They talk about what kind of tactics they're using, talk about what SOPs they're using. So it looks like these guys are pretty serious about what they're doing.
One, try and sweep back onto the objective.
Well, I think they're waiting for somebody to pop out and make a mistake.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hard position to hold, you know.
That is. That is. Oh, man. Yeah, just switch arms, dude.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's right there.
Boyo. This is a sticky.
Careful. No!
Oh, God, there's no winning this.
Oh!
Yikes.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, insurgent forces win the battle.
No! Whoa!
Whoa! Hey, buddy.
Who is
Where
that?
you going?
Oh,
Damn!
got literally blown up.
That's hilarious.
Nice pine around the corner, very good.
I'm in this building that you fragged.
Lots of chatter though, which you want to keep the comms clear with. You only speak when you have to. Ooh, that didn't end well for him. I like the graphics in it. I like the communication back and forth that you're able to do with the other team players on it. How you have a command and control so you can tell guys to fall back, move forward, push left and right. That was really neat. I actually like to see more of that one. The biggest difference between fighting between cold weather and warm weather is you have more gear on because you're trying to stay warm in such an environment. You also, your pace at which you can move, you're actually trudging through snow rather than running across pavement or dirt. Your feet are actually sinking down. You have bigger boots on, you have bigger gloves on, so be able to manipulate your weapon is going to be a bit different. How you actually clean your weapon or how you take care of your weapon is going to be different because if there's water base inside what you clean your weapon with, that could actually freeze. That's going to cause you issues. So the little things like that and how you actually operate in winter warfare, cold weather, than you do in the desert or in woodland area, there's some differences that you have to take care of and manage.
Okay. 004. He's behind a tree right now. I can't really see him anymore.
Man, I love this, man. Brings me a lot of memories, guys. Let me tell you, a lot of memories. Wow, so he's taking fire. You're not gonna, in real life, you're not gonna be doing that. But notice he's got the 203. He's gonna have to arch it because he's shooting at a considerable amount of distance. I believe, if I remember right, that's called a leaf sight. All right, they're marking targets over here.
Oh, there's two guys here.
Oh, wow.
I got them both.
Wow, he got lucky right there. That was a lot of luck. He's receiving fire. In real life, your head is gonna be down. You're gonna be dropping, figure out what's going on because in real combat situation, it's chaos.
So everybody carries around what's called an IFAK. An IFAK is an individual first aid kit. In the Marine Corps, we have corpsmen, Navy corpsmen. They are kind of the medic element to the Marine Corps. For combat arms guys, for infantry guys, for combat engineers, for pretty much anybody that's going to be in combat or has a good chance of being in combat, your command's pretty much going to send you to some follow-on medical training. Now you're still going to have your corpsmen for more advanced kind of medical stuff there. I'm not doing blood work or anything, obviously.
Oh, this is close. Here we go.
This is kind of a good example of what's called the fog of war. It's just you're in a rock and a hard place, tunnel vision's setting in, there's not a lot of good decisions to be made because he doesn't have multiple eyes on telling him, hey, we got guys coming out here, you should move this way. He's having a bad day right now. There he goes. Yeah, see?
Alright, let's do this.
That's why it's important to have a good zero on your rifle.
Are there commands? Is there a system of like calling out? Because I've seen you things in like Courage Under Fire with Denzel. He's in the beginning.
Right.
They're calling out commands. Is there
Right.
like a procedure for firing and stuff?
So yeah, usually what you do when you have your fighting position, what you would tell your crew is gunner, sable, tank. You identify what it is, and then you say the gunner will identify that as a tank, and then sable is the round you use. Or if you use a different round, you may use index, we call heat round. Another type of round we use, so it'll be like gunner, heat, tank. So you'll fire at that tank, or you'll say gunner, PC, sable, and then you give the commands out, and that gives the gunner the A-OK to fire. So it's basically your safety mechanism.
Nice. That's cool. Command and control. I like that.
Right there, he's spraying the 240 coaxial gun. Looks like he's having fun with it. Scanning around. We call this scanning. When they're just looking around, looking for targets, it's just scanning.
What's that splash? That splash of explosions and stuff. Is there like do you have like defensive systems on the tank and stuff like that in case somebody fires at you or anything like that? Or and what is it like a flare, anything like a flame?
We have 2 smokestacks. So the smokestacks are the screen. So we use that when we have to get out. We bound away from the firing targets that are firing upon us. Or you might have a trophy system, depending on on your system of tank, depending on the year and variant of it, that is a thing you can get as well. So I don't know if that looked like he was taking IDF, which is indirect fire artillery, or he was just playing with a smoke cannon.
It's just a physical smoke screen, so you can kind of maneuver so they can't get a bead on you?
Correct. So you just use that, and in the optics, the enemy cannot see you because there's a big array of smoke, so the optics, the thermals can't see through.
All right, cool, nice. How do you like the readout here in squad? They try to do accuracy. Is that kind of looking like what the Crow system would look like?
That is spot on, actually. Then right here, he just had a loader right now.
Okay.
He literally just charged the 240, and he's getting ready to fire, and he's firing right now at the iron sight.
And you would get out there. Who would get up and get out and maybe have to expose himself and fire on that gun?
So depending on the systems, back then the TC would have to get out as well, but now, as you can see, it's just the loader that gets out, and he's protected by 2 ballistic windows. So the 2 ballistic windows are composite material. So inside right there, you have 2 ballistic coverings.
Right.
It's metal, and then inside are 2 bulletproof glass shields.
And TC stands for?
Tank Commander.
Oh no, that's the moment before death.
Yeah, that's why you always clear a corner.
Yeah, you know, go in and then turn.
Yeah.
That's rough in a courtyard like that. It's a lot of open space, a lot of red zones. And then he died. Oh, he didn't die. Good for him.
Oh,
buddy.
Throw the
that was a heck of a
grenade?
throw there. Just hop over that.
There we go. Let's get some.
This must be the second run. They get another shot at it. Or somebody coming in afterwards.
Damn.
Hey, walking out in the open. Guess that's what you get.
Yeah, there's
Nope,
this-
standing on top of. Look, I've seen some pretty bad tactics. We definitely have the advantage in the tactics area. I love the monkey bars. I love how every training camp has the monkey bars in it because you just got to learn how to go across the monkey bars.
Everybody knows the most common obstacle you face on the battlefield is monkey bars.
Monkey bars. We are back at the Russian comrade. Who's doing the Russian music?
Hey-o.
Oh no, God! Oh no, God! What is with the physics there? They're just back on track. I love it.
There we go.
Nice. Like tracer rounds?
Possibly every 5th one. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think that's the laser. They're pointing a laser.
They're pointing a
at the
laser
guy.
at them. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I like to get the front-mounted flares on the front of the vehicle. Driving and firing at the same time is very difficult.
It is, especially on free gun, because people don't realize that the actual machine gun is mounted on something called a T&E.
Traverse and elevation.
Yep, and it basically allows you to make really micro adjustments, but it keeps the gun in place. So if I wanted to go like 2 mils left, I just had to click it twice, and then I would come 2 mils left, but it basically keeps the gun right on target, because it's like a tripod. So if you take it off T&E, it's known as free gun, and it's a little bit harder to control, actually a lot bit harder to control.
Pop your smokes, pop your smokes.
Let's go, enemy tactical out in the open, AK-74.
Laying down suppressing fire. Shooter McDavin.
All right, we're getting it.
Man, they are going for it. I love it.
Assaulting.
Oh, no,
God.
buddy. Oh, mourn later. No,
Mourn later,
everybody's
fight
going
now.
around. Ah, what did that? Was probably not a good idea.
Yeah, wood don't stop bullets, so you might as well keep it moving. If you can shoot through it, so
They
can
can,
they.
they can shoot through. That's a fair point. Yep.
Irregular militia forces. So just the Russian ground forces going in after some bad kids.
He got some air on that jump.
Nice,
That's pretty
clear by
impressive.
fire. That's bad. Just gotta watch out. The house is made of wood. Don't want
Right.
to cause a fratricide.
And make sure you know what's on the other side of that wall.
Yeah.
Oh.
So a lot of sweeping back and forth with one another. I'm saying the weapons have changed. Where now they're not down over to the side where you want. They're actually up as first person all the time.
All right, now we slow it down. This is CQB now, boys.
I do like the coordination that the players are using. That's really good. That's real world.
Bravo, you're with
So standing in front of a door, not the greatest. Want to move back or move forward because you don't know what's behind the door. Again, the sweeping of each other.
I have a medic coming up. Yeah, just wait here. Wait for the rest.
So right now, like they got 2 guys hanging out in the middle of a parking lot. Suck up against the wall, put your back flat, and look to all the other areas to see if there's anything coming in over the walls. But just hanging out looking at a door or a wall is not going to do any good.
Folks, give me smokes in this compound.
Oh, sweet. Smoke grenades. Don't know if I would have deployed them that way. Probably just tossed them through the door. So that's an interesting how they use that, because smokes are actually used to conceal your movement or through communication, but they just threw smokes into the area in which you're trying to shoot the bad guys. So now they limited their own vision inside the target. Those are long burning smokes too. Usually they're about 90 seconds.
Come in.
Man, they're getting bombarded heavy. So if that is friendly fire coming in, I'd be pulling my guys off. I would not be running around with mortars coming in like that, or be stopping the mortars, because you could be easily caught up in that. That's how friendly fire occurs. Blue on blue deaths occur. That's not good.
Gucci, Gucci, Gucci.
Cat-like skills, running across a wall like that. Okay, it's a bit unrealistic.
Maybe not that many.
Wow, to jump across a wall like that and just turn around, that's a bold move. I think there's a better way to figure that one out, like just drop a grenade over the wall rather than putting yourself in that position. So it looks like we're in a training camp and he's just hanging out rather than using any kind of cover in there. And again, that's the difference between like real world and video games. You would not be doing that in real world. You'd be finding something to get behind, use cover, and anything like that. You would not just be hanging out in the middle of a field where it appears to be 360 fire.
You got sounds going off everywhere. You got to take those moments, those split seconds is life or death. You know, you're not going to be running. I know this is a game, pretty good. You guys are doing excellent, but definitely need to slow it down, figure out who's shooting at you, where it's coming from, which direction that fire is, and then, you know, as you get cover, relay the information. We got rounds coming downrange from this direction. Hey, that's a loophole right there. That's great. Corners, you want to take your time going around corners. So you won't be clearing buildings by yourself, guys, all right? Don't be clearing buildings by yourself.
The top. Oh, no, clutch, window top.
Window top, I like that communication. That's exactly what you're gonna be doing. Things are going on all over the place. It's intense. This game is outstanding.
Oh, jeez. This isn't good.
Yep, he's wounded. Now, look at that. Receiving fire, get out of there. Just definitely don't want to stop in a doorway. Oh, wow. Good, good, back it up. So right here, I like how he took that corner. Exactly what I would have done. He's sitting there in that little building in the corner. Right there, he has a radio. He's listening to communication. He can get a general direction. When he comes out of that doorway, I got enemy combatants to my left or enemy combatants to my right. A little scanning going on, this is great. I believe he has an ACOG on there, man. It's been a long time. Been a long time, but I love that little ACOG. All right, they pop smoke. When you pop smoke, it can be for using the smoke to conceal their position or their movement, or you fire smoke downrange, so onto the enemy area. If you're trying to mark targets for heavy machine gun team, air support coming in there, you're gonna mark those targets by smoke. All right, they're moving.
Going to you, Jim.
Gotcha.
Excellent. You want to keep the chatter. They're over there like, you know, joking around. And it's a game with the communication. You want to just be throwing out directions. You want to keep that radio chatter to a minimum. Talk about the mission after the mission's complete. During the mission, it's pertinent information only, all right?
To keep explosives on you all the time, pretty mission dependent. I mean, combat engineers, like where I come from, a lot of like division engineers and stuff do a lot more breaching, a lot more demo. That stuff's dependent on unit. You know, some engineer units are more geared towards construction, some are more airfield damage repair. Bridging is one that I did for a little bit. I really enjoyed. But you will almost always have, if you're breaching, like if you're on a mission here where you're a breach commander, assistant breach commander, what have you, and a team of engineers and infantry that is going to do some sort of breaching, you will have some explosives on you there, C4, what have you. That will all just kind of get disseminated to you through the unit there. But if it's your job, yes, absolutely. And then aside from breaching charges and, you know, things that you would have to set places, you'd also have like, you know, frag grenades on you. I don't know if that kind of helps clarify it a little bit, but that would be more of a common thing to find on a Marine, would be something more simple like a frag grenade. So my favorite military vehicle, and the one I feel most safe in, would probably be a Buffalo. It's a very large, armored kind of truck. You can fit about a squad-sized element inside of it. It's got this big boom arm that comes around. It's got a rake. It's got an air compressor hose kind of out the front to where you can, you know, possibly move yourself around a minefield, or IEDs, which are improvised explosive devices on the ground. So it's kind of doing its best to keep everyone safe from those. Another one, maybe not the one I'd feel most safe in, be a Husky. It's just got a very large kind of rake on the front. I use the term rake pretty loosely there because it uses radio waves to kind of shoot into the ground and pick up things that could be buried in there that are explosive. But those are kind of designed to get hit once and then you hop out of them and you leave. I actually had a staff NCO at one point in time. I think he got blown up 2 of them in the same day, which is nuts. But yeah, my favorite and probably the one I'd feel most safe in would be a Buffalo. for sure.
So right here, this is really actually pretty realistic. He cleared the gun, he looked at it, he loaded the rounds in, he slapped them down, he went back to fire again.
How important is communication as you guys are doing maneuvering and stuff?
So communication is very key. Communication is #1 thing you have to do inside of a tank crew. It's 4 people, so you have to be spot on. That way you don't get anyone harmed.
Now they're fighting in an urban environment. Do you train for urban and like forest or desert? Did you train in different environments and stuff like that?
Oh, of course, all the time. So depending on where your mission is going to be, you'll get the training for it. And they'll either put you in either, a desert, jungle, they'll put you in an urban. This all depends on what your mission is. So you get cross-trained on a lot of different aspects of it. Oh man, that's real accurate. It looks just like when you sit inside of the tank commander station.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Oh, good. Good. Way to go, squad. You guys are getting that accuracy. You're blessed off by the tank commander.
Wow.
Bradley.
Now
Bradley
we have
fighting vehicle, right?
Yeah. So this is an infantry fighting vehicle. It's a carrier. They have actually a gun on top. Then they have a crow system. Instead of having on top like the tank, they have theirs built in on the side of the gun. So you'll see 2 barrels on the side of the gun actually.
Okay.
Then they have a designator right there on the back for when they shoot what they call a tow missile. So they shoot a tow missile or anti-rocket missile that's made to disable tanks.
Okay.
That's spot on. You got the tow hook in the back, the tow cable, the portholes. So if you have to fire from inside.
Squad is what's called a mil sim, military simulator game. There's games like Call of Duty where it's a little more action-based, Michael-based style, fast-paced. This one, troops move slower, the vehicles move like how hopefully in real life they do. And so, yeah, this is more of a mil sim game.
He's firing right there. It says AP, so he's firing an armor-piercing target.
Armor-piercing, okay, cool.
The reticles look spot on. He has his underneath the numbers. They're actually the range, and then on the far right where the numbers are going lower, that's actually the rounds he's shooting out, and it tells him to reload it. And now right here, you just designate a tow. So the cool thing with the tow missile is you're actually supposed to lock on the target like he did, and look how it has the wire. The guided wire hits it, and you stay on the reticle and you can move it. And he actually moved it and hit the target.
Wow, a physical wire just attached to that thing. Do you guys do like coordinated training, like not just you in a tank, but maybe you and other vehicles around, like coordinating your efforts so you get like kind of that communication between different vehicles and stuff?
All the time. You have to have coordination with not just your vehicle, but other vehicles around you. So we have like a screen. It'll be shown where you're at, the other people in your platoon or the company. Everyone's in different areas. Think of it as a big chessboard.
Okay.
So everyone has their different places. It has their grids. And what you do with that is you coordinate. So right there, he just popped it up.
Oh, okay. So you would actually have something like that in the tank, so you can see where everybody's at?
Right.
Oh, nice.
And that's what you use to communicate. And then you just switch the radio channels up. And then it tells you who's on what channel, who's on what vehicle.
G3.
A little fast road.
Yeah, G3. With a drum mag. Get some.
Ooh. At that range with a... I don't know about that.
I'm in a cubby hole.
Oh, the striker's like right here, dude.
Rendering aid. I wouldn't really do that.
It's tough. In the middle of a battlefield, you have to make that decision about whether or not to render aid right then and there, or if you're still in danger, it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's how you get those medals, man.
Hey, Hilo, hit.
Here we go. Bang, 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 bang.
Oh, against
Let that freaking chopper go. Dude.
Yeah, get it.
Get some.
Awesome.
Get some. Light that thing up, bro.
Nice.
So much. Well, you don't need to reload until you're out.
Until you're out, buddy. Just keep going. It's pretty good there.
See.
Oh, he swipe check. The burning oil fields. Love it up there.
Oh yeah, it's super accurate. Oh, your boy's running right in front of you.
Be careful.
Watch out, Mr. Raggy's going for you.
I have a bandage. Hang on, yeah.
That's a south.
Oh, I'm getting sleepy. Bullets make me sleepy.
Bullets make everybody sleepy.
Oh no.
Render aid, no!
Still under fire. Can't do that.
Don't do that. Even if it's your boy, you are no help to him if you're dead too.
Unless this is phasmophobia, in which case you can throw cups at him.
I wonder if you can grab these guys. Can you grab them in this game? Yeah, it looks like.
Oh, when you grab him and drag him, it's a risk, but that
yeah.
could
See,
work.
now that dude's getting so whacked up. This is what's known as a fatal funnel.
Yeah, you want to get out of the fatal funnel.
See, provide cover.
There you go. That's a good tactic. I like it.
Yeah.
So with him up there firing like that, he is the biggest gun on the battlefield as of now, and he's going to be drawing the most fire. So I would not be hanging out behind that thing. You definitely want him up and running and protected, but the enemy's gonna be looking to be taking him out. So again, you threw out smokes and then you run right into the smoke area. Not effective use of smokes, because you're actually hindering what you can see, unless the bad guys put those out there. But that amount of time in one location with that much gunfire is not good. Concealment, not cover, because bullets can come right through there. You're hanging out while you're trying to make a decision. You gotta get there, coordinate what your next plan is, and get to the next point. Well, that ended quickly. There we are, utilizing one side of the window. That's a good shot right there, good use of that.
Hey, Raggy, could use some cover over here.
We deployed a smoke? Is that what we did? So if they're deploying a smoke to grab the body and get him out, I like it. I like that. That's actually good use right there. Deploy the smoke in front, make it so the bad guys can't see, probably deploy a second one, drag his buddy out. That's good. I like that. So the one guy that was in there providing cover fire, the other guy should come further back, try to pin that wall, take out, shoot at wherever the fire is coming from, so the guy that was forward, the teammate that was forward, can actually pull back and get out of that whole room. Yeah, you would not be doing that because your buddy's right in front.
I might just pick an angle and don't move because I'm like shooting over your
So
left.
bump up on line. There's no reason to be taking a shot from that far back or have him move back.
It's a great game, man. This game is really intense. I love it. My blood pumping here. All right, moving on. It looks like a dam. We're gonna be moving towards the dam. Yeah, that view is excellent. Yep, I like how he's looking and he's communicating. I don't know if I'll get a good spot over here, trying to put bipods and all that. You're not gonna be able to place those bipods on the concrete. It's a great view and you're gonna see things, but in that position, he's better off just relaying information. He's gonna be silhouetted. He's gonna have to be on the edge of that wall, and you don't wanna be on the edge of the wall. They're gonna either keep your head down, force you to move, or they're gonna kill you. The more depth you have, it distorts the eye, so you can't see. The more walls, everything else, you create those layers, and those layers is what really conceals your position. All right, he's marking an objective. This is good. But see, that's a shot. That's a distance, man. And he's firing from high, and so it's not only he's taking a 400-meter shot, but you gotta take into account too the angle that he's shooting at. I mean, he's shooting from maybe 300 feet, 200 feet high down onto that thing. So that's gonna change your trajectory of your round.
This guy still isn't though. Oh, it's right below.
Wow, that's...
Got him. Woo!
That was great. I like how when you take that shot, you see the dust later on, and that's just real. Ooh.
Oh, I missed.
See, this game is real. This game is great. How he took that shot and he's going down and that round went high. That's just the angle. The angle, he's going straight down. The arc of the round is gonna cause that round to go shoot high. It looks like an easy shot, but it's definitely not.
Nope, missed again. These are weird shots to take.
Yep, they are weird shots to take. Shoot low. He's got to shoot low in this situation. See, he's shooting high. Pretty real. So if he called one of the guys that has an automatic weapon, now you got a heavy machine gun laying right on top of these guys, and you're not going to miss. He could have relayed that information. Think, guys, it's not about you getting the kills. Save some for your buddies.
Oh, they found me!
Yep. Oh, wow. What was that? He was way off. You know, think in a real life scenario, you're trying to look over this concrete wall right there and the drop is death. So you're not gonna be that brave.
So right there is a prime example of what we use. You see he's in the green for his vehicle, and then you see other people such as the troops in the, like I would say, the turquoise color. And you have the different layouts and the different grids. So that pretty much would show you, we call it an overlay. Overlay shows you where targets are at and people are at, and that's how you communicate that we have, you know, 2 Bradleys around the corner, 3 blocks down or something. Okay. So that's how you use that.
Speaking of this broken glass thing, what's the armor like on an M1 Abrams?
So on the M1 Abrams, it's the armor is angled armor. It's made to, for when rounds hit, it deflects. You know?
Oh, okay.
You don't want a target to go straight through, you want it to deflect off. So the way that the Abrams is designed for the slope.
Okay.
And then when rounds hit it, they deflect up or they deflect back. Not directly at the target, but away from the tank, so that way the crew is safe.
Okay, we had something similar. When we first got the MRAPs, the Mine Resistant Armor Protected, the bottom would be a concave bottom. You'd have a curve to it, so if an IED did explode, it would explode outward instead of taking all that energy.
Right, so the V-shaped hole, same concept, but it's sloped on top of the tank this time.
Okay.
That way, the crew's safe.
Did you ever do any kind of work with any other foreign militaries at any time in your career?
So I've worked with the Canadian Army. I've worked with the British Army as well. I've worked with the German Army multiple times. There's been times where in Germany, we got to try out getting in their tanks, or even in Korea, their version of their tanks. And some of them have the same stuff we have, but in their language, which is pretty cool.
Of course,
or some are even smaller than ours, or they're bigger, or they use the same ammo as ours. So, or we do training exercises with them. Well, they'll fire their guns, we fire our guns. It's a fun thing to do, actually.
That's cool. Great for building those good, strong relationships.
Right, all the time, that's a must.
So I see little similarity between the designs,
Right, so like you see on the back of theirs, they carry 2 fuel cans. We don't do that. And the reason why we don't do that is because for one, you know, if it gets hit, it's gonna explode. For two, different tank designs, they may not have extra fuel cells or fuel pockets.
Okay.
So that's why they're carrying the fuel cans on the back. Where us on the other hand, we have ours sealed in and we have it protected.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, America.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because I actually realized that I've never specifically asked somebody this, and you would know, why treads as opposed to, why tank treads as opposed to wheels?
So that's actually a good question. A lot of people ask that. Wheels get stuck in sand, they get stuck in mud. You would need a 4-wheel drive system to get out. But tracks can keep going. Tracks don't get stuck, and you put a rubber pad on them. They pivot, they can go on sand, they can go on different slopes. So negative and equal grade slopes, tires can't do that. And you gotta think, these vehicles weigh around 65 tons.
Yeah.
And upwards. So try to move 65 tons on tires, that's a special tire.